Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be building the best team possible in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. This is the team that I'd be running if there was a 250K tournament today or something like that. The team that I personally believe is made up of the best cards in the game and fits itself basically and fits the other cards in the team the best possible. This is my opinion, and there are a lot of elite cards in my team. So if you disagree with my opinion, that's totally fine. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of my team, of this team, I should say, and what you would personally be running if you were to build the best team in the game in your personal opinion. But also, before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 5,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate your support if you haven't already, if you do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Let's start off with the starting PG position, where we're going to go Mr. Dark Matter Ben Simmons. One other thing I will just mention, this is current gen only, so just keep that in mind. Team is different than what it would be on next gen, but 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan, so he's got incredible size at PG. Hot spots from everywhere. 29 hops include posterizer, catch and shoot, limitless spot up sniper, some great finishing, and great playmaking badges, as well as elite defensive badges. One of the things that really makes this card so incredible is that he's 6'11" with all these incredible perimeter defensive badges. So he's the best lockdown PG in the game, arguably the best lockdown card in the game with his size and defense. Elite defensive stats as well, fast, elite shooter, dunker, because it's a glitched card. Obviously, he can shoot really well as well. And his sigs are solid. Quick dribble style, Kobe size up, pro 3 behind the back. Ben Simmons release on quick is definitely solid. So he gives you good movement, a good jumper, elite stats and badges, incredible size, the best defensive PG in the game. In my opinion, he's not an incredible primary ball handler because he's a little bit too tall to move great with the way this year's game is and the way that movement is. But that being said, I think he fits perfectly as the starting PG for this team. And the reason that I say that is because at the 2, we're going with Michael Jordan, who is the best primary ball handler in the game, the best point guard, and the best card in my team. But we're playing him at the 2 because I want to get I want to get Ben in there as well for his defensive ability. But MJ is 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan, hot spots from all 5s, from just everywhere. 25 hops include fast twitch, limitless takeoff, posterizer, deadeye, sniper, bunch of good playmaking and defensive badges as well. Another card who comes really complete, doesn't need badges added. I mean, Brick Wall's the only badge I would add. Defensive stats are incredible. Speed, shooting, dunking, it's all incredible. He's close to an invincible card stat-wise. MJ release on Very Quick is, in my opinion, the best release on current gen in terms of its ability to be greened consistently, its speed, and the fact that it is basically uncontestable. So arguably the best release on the game. Quick dribble style as well. Trae Young, Kyrie size up, which is maybe the best size up. Trae Young size up escape is definitely the best size up escape. Scottie Pippen behind the back is absolutely incredible. Overall, he's got the best sigs in the game, one of the best jumpers in the game, if not the best, and absolutely incredible stats and badges. Overall, his movement is insane. He is, in my opinion, the best option for the 2 and the best primary ball handler in my team. At the 3, we're going with KD, who's going to give you a great mix of defensive ability and offensive playmaking. 6'9" with a 7'4" wingspan, so he's got great size, hot spots from everywhere. 27 hops include a ton of shooting badges, fast twitch, limitless takeoff, posterizer, a bunch of playmaking badges, as well as clamps, intimidator, menace, and pickpocket. 90 plus on every defensive stat. Only badge he needs added is Brick Wall. 98 shot 3, 95 driving dunk, 95 speed excel, 94 speed ball. Statistically incredible. KD release on Very Quick is again one of my favorite releases in the game. Shifty dribble style, KD size up, pro 2 between the legs and pro 3 behind the back, so he's got good movement as well. Another guy who can be an effective secondary ball handler next to MJ. Overall, I think he gives you the best mix of offensive and defensive ability as well as size, and overall is my favorite small forward right now in my team. So that's where we're putting him, is at the starting small forward. At the starting 4, we're going with Dirk Nowitzki. Obviously, this card is very, very hard, basically impossible to attain, except unless you spent a lot of money on the game, obviously. 4,000 card collector level reward, but this is the best team in the game, and I think he's the best power forward in my team. He's 7'1", so he's got incredible size, hot spots from everywhere, 65 hops. Not even going to really waste my time looking at the hops. He basically has every single Hall of Fame badge you could possibly want, with the exception of maybe a couple playmaking badges, but like they don't really matter on a power forward. 96 plus on every stat, mostly 99s. Dark release on Very Quick is honestly the thing that I was most worried about with this card, is his release, but it's actually not bad at all. I actually think it's very smooth and easy to green, relatively fast as well. Kobe size up even, and the fundamental dribble style, so he's got a little bit of playmaking ability. Not going to be the greatest playmaker in the world, but with his half playmaking badges as well as his stats, he is going to be able to do that at a solid level. But he is an absolutely incredible defensive card with elite size, knockdown shooting. Overall, the most statistically and badge-wise, obviously the best card in the game. Animation-wise, maybe not quite that, but I still think he's the best power forward in the game, and that's the guy I'd go with at the 4. At the 5, We got Yao Ming. Again, I don't think this is a surprise to anybody. Yao is an absolute god. Really, pretty much, I would say very definitively the best center in the game. 7'6" with a 7'9" wingspan. Hot spots from everywhere. 29 hops include a ton of finishing badges. Blinders, catch, limitless, and sniper. Bullet passer, and a ton of defensive badges as well. Incredible interior defender and rebounder. He's going to be the best at both of those things in the game just because of his size, stats, and badges. Does need badges added. That's one thing I will say compared to most of the cards on this team is he actually does need a lot of badges, like limitless takeoff, fast twitch, quick first step, unpluckable, ankle braces, ball stripper, pick dodge. You could also add a post riser or a chef, but I would fully badge him out, add a speed shoe, things like that to him. But that being said, with his incredible size, well, his incredible shooting ability, great release, incredible defensive ability, he feels faster than 77 speed as well because of how massive he is, which really does help him to move decently. Fundamental dribble style as well. I know he's slow, but I mean, he can at least catch the ball and maybe make a little bit of a move. But knockdown three-point shooter, the best smasher in the game, the best interior defender and rebounder in the game, and his size helps make up for slight inadequacies on the perimeter. He's the best center in my team. I don't think it's particularly close right now. At the backup one, I'm going with Zach LaVine. Definitely did have to think about this one a little bit, I'll be completely honest. But I think LaVine is the guy who is that answer at the backup one on current gen specifically. 6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan, hot spots are everywhere. He's basically poor man's MJ, I would say. Very good SIGs, really well-rounded stats and badges. Another card is pretty darn complete, doesn't need very many badges added besides ball stripper, brick wall, and rim protector. Really good defender on the perimeter, solid enough on the interior. He's fast. He's got an elite release. It's hard to contest. Quick dribble style, pipping behind the back. His size up is not nearly as good as the Trae Young size up, but other than that, his SIGs are still very solid. He has an elite release. He can 3-hunt. He's going to give you 70% of what MJ gives you on the offensive end of the court. Like, he's not MJ. No card in this game is MJ, but LaVine is still, I think, the best point guard option for the backup PG on current gen, and he's the guy that I personally would go with. At the 2, I want my first lock, and that's going to be, no, not Dr. J, I'm sorry, Jimmy Butler is the guy that I'm going to go with at the backup 2. And I know this is a little bit of an interesting choice. I think a lot of people wouldn't have taken Jimmy, but for me personally, I think he's the best answer because he's 6'7" with a 6'8" wingspan, hot spots are everywhere, 29 hops, which again, pretty well rounded, a bunch of finishing, playmaking, and a ton of defensive badge, as well as catch and shoot and sniper. Needs brick wall, chase down artist added, but that's about it. Chef as well is a good one to add. But the thing that he has going for him, amazing stats, amazing defensive stats, has Hoff pick dodger, which is a huge badge, in addition to a ton of other Hall of Fame defensive badges on the perimeter. Jump shot 92 on very quick as well. This is basically the same release as Chris Mullin, just right-handed. Shifter dribble style, pipping behind the back, gives you a little bit of secondary playmaking as well. But he's got an elite release. He's going to be an incredible 3-and-D option and has more playmaking than a guy like Kawhi Leonard or Paul George, as well as a better release than PG. For me personally, I think he's the best option at the backup 2 and as a lock off the bench. At the backup 3, we're going with out of position Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has one flaw, and that is that he can't get limitless spot up, but at the 3 especially, not nearly as crucial. 6'11" with a 7'4" wingspan is insane size. Hot spots from both corners. 25 hops include a ton of finishing badges, a ton of defensive badges, as well as quick first step and downhill. 90 plus on every defensive stat. Does need badges like Deadeye, Sniper, Blinders, and Chef added, but otherwise it comes really complete, besides getting that limitless, obviously. But at the small forward, spotting up at the corner a lot, that's not really going to be a significant issue on the offensive end, and he is an incredible defender. Can guard 1 through 5. Switch ability is amazing. His jumper is really good. I love Giannis' release on quick. Fundamental dribble style as well gives him just that slight, maybe a bit of ability to burst past the defender and get to the rim. And he has amazing safe dunks, which is super nice as well. And yeah, Giannis is, I think, the second best small forward option in my team right now, and he's the guy that I'd go with at the backup 3. At the backup 4, we're going with Blake Griffin, who I think is the best attainable power forward for like most people who aren't targeting Dirk from collector level. Blake is still an incredible card. 6'10" with hot spots from 4 out of 5 spots. 27 hops include a ton of finishing badges, catch, corner, sniper, quick first step, and a bunch of interior badges as well as clamps and interceptor on the perimeter. Another really good interior defender and rebounding card. Solid on the perimeter, like I said, 90 perimeter, 91 lateral is really good. 95 speed and excel is incredible for a power forward. 94 shot 3, 99 dunking. Blake Griffin release on very quick is honestly a release that I like better than Dirk's release. It's very fast, quick, easy to green. Shifty dribble style, Kobe size, and pimp behind the back gives him better playmaking than the vast majority of power forwards as well, which is also nice to have. I think he's the best power forward outside of Dirk in my team, and I think he's the best option at the backup 4. But at the backup 5, this is a tough decision between Kareem and KP, I feel like, and Kareem is the guy that I'm going to go with because of his defensive ability. At 7'2" with a 7'5" wingspan, he's got really good size, hot spots from both corners, 25 hops include a ton of finishing badges, quick first step, and a absolutely massive amount of Hall of Fame defensive badges on both the perimeter and the interior. Another card who can use some shooting badges added as well as Limitless Takeoff, but also Limitless Spot Up, Sniper, Blinders, Chef, and Deadeye. But 91 speed excel for a big is incredible. With a shoe, as well as those gold badges and a coach, his three-pointer gets boosted up into the low 90s, in addition to having those gold shooting badges. So shooting is not an issue, especially with him having a really good release, as well as being an elite all-around defender on the perimeter and the interior, especially with his incredible size and incredible stats. Like I said, jumper is really good. Fundamental dribble style, Kobe size up gives him a tiny bit of playmaking ability. Kareem was my favorite center in the game until Yao came out, and I still think he's absolutely elite and does deserve to be the backup 5 on this team. So this is, in my opinion, the best team that you could build in my team right now. Y'all might have a different opinion, and that's okay. So feel free to let me know about your opinion down in the comment section down below. But if you do enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.